how is everyone doing today? I hope you all are staying safe and doing okay. And I want to thank everyone who is watching my videos. I want to thank all of you watching and subscribing to my videos. This has been a very tough period for everyone, as you all know, but it is what it is, and life has to continue. We all have to keep moving no matter what the situation is. It is really tough. So on today's video, I will be doing a story time slash makeup, and this story is actually what happened to me in my secondary school days back home, as you all will be getting the gist of this story. Also, I want to thank each and every one of you who watched and subscribed to my videos, as I will be giving you more videos, okay? And always leave it in the comment section what you like me to give you, what kind of videos you would like me to do, okay? So thank you. As I will start with my eyebrow, so I will be using this for my eyebrows. This is from Rimmel London with the shade brown. So I want to start by saying that as parents, okay, we should be very close to our kids. We should know our children. We should try to be, like, you know, friendly to our children, just in case if they have something that, you know, that is troubling them. It will be easy for them to come to you, you know, and tell you what is going on in their lives. It's easy for you to be a part of their life, you know, when they have like something sacred. They will not, if for example, if they have something going on in their life, they won't keep it as a secret. It will be easy for them to come to you and, you know, easily tell you what is happening, you know, because why I'm saying this story is going to be something that my parents are going to hear this for the very first time, because I had never told anyone about the story apart from my husband, who is so supportive. So I was at lower seat that time. And we had this headmaster, this how do they call them, discipline master rather. We had this discipline master. So that day I was not feeling well. I was actually not feeling well at school. So I went to his office because he was in charge of that area where the lower seats and upper seats, I think from 5, it was actually from 5 to upper seats. He was in charge of the whole of that area. There were actually 2 of them sitting in that office, but he, at that moment, that day when I was not feeling well, he was the only one sitting in that office that day. So I went to the office, okay, to ask for a permit to go home, as I was not feeling okay. So when I went to the office, that I went inside his office and I told him I'm not feeling okay, I want to go home. So he was like questioning me, asking me questions, what happened. So I was just telling him I don't know, but I'm feeling like I have a fever and I need to go home, okay? So I was so surprised. Then he asked me this question. He said, do you go out for weekends? I was like, yes, because in my head I was thinking he's just asking me a normal question, you know. I answered, I said, yes, I go out for weekends, because I do go out for weekends. You know, my parents, they used to take me to our aunt's house. We used to stay like different towns, so they would take me and my siblings to my auntie's, you know, so on weekends. So I was answering in my mind, this is what I was thinking, right? I did not know he was driving to something else. I did not know he was trying to say something else. I was so naive back at that age, and I didn't know a lot. So he said, since you go out on weekends, what about if I book a hotel for us to stay, just the 2 of us, to stay in the hotel and spend the weekend in the hotel? I was like, wait a minute. In my heart, I was so shocked, I was so surprised, because that was actually like my first time that someone, you know, will of that age will say something to me like that. And I told him, I said, no, I can't do that. I can't go out with you and stay in the hotel, you know. I tried to explain to him, I said, no, I was thinking that you are asking me if I go on weekends to like my aunties or somewhere, you know, not like going on weekends with men, you know. And I wanted to say, like, especially with like older men with you, I have never in my life experienced this kind of thing. Then something held my mouth inside me. I was so scared. I thought maybe he's going to give me a slap in the... He got angry, and then he sent me out of that office without giving me the permit to go home. He told me, since you don't want to accept my proposal, I'm going to send you out of my office right now. Leave my office, go back to class, and I'm not going to give you any permit. My God, I was so shocked. I was so shocked. I went to class. I could not even tell anyone. I was just so quiet in class. I could not even talk, you know. So most of my classmates who were sitting beside me, they saw how quiet I was that day. So they thought maybe because I'm not feeling well, and they keep insisting, like, you know, why don't you go and get the permit from the office and go home? Guys, I could not even explain to anyone what had happened in that office. I was so shocked. I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word to anyone, okay? And that day passed. When that day passed, you know, in my head I was thinking, okay, this is going to be like fine, it's fine. Whenever he's in that office, I will always monitor. I will not go there. If I need to get something from the office, I will get it from the other discipline master, okay? I will not go there when he's there. So I was just, I can say that school year for me was like, I had no school year, because this man made, you know, a living hell, made my life a living hell in that school. He made me so uncomfortable, to the extent that he will come to class, you know. He will come to class when the teachers are there, when the lecture is going on, and he will ask the teacher to permit him to take me out of the class. He will lie to them that I'm owing them a punishment, that he gave me punishment, like, you know, I'm stubborn, I have something that I have not done. He gave me something, maybe like, you know, a punishment to do, and I am not yet done with my punishment, okay? He would just say something like this just to lie. And, you know, then he would promise me, he would tell me that if I come to class and I find you sitting in that class receiving lectures, I am going to give you a living hell. I am going to give you serious hell in this school. I was so scared, because I did not know who to go to. I did not know who to explain this to. I can't, guys, remember, I can't even go to my parents to tell them that this is what is happening to me, because, you know, my parents were those kind of parents that, you know, they don't believe in such things. And secondly, they will just be like, they will bounce on me if I should tell them this kind of thing. They will be like, they will be thinking that, oh my God, I'm just maybe making up stories, you know, I'm a spoiled kid. I never used to be that close to my parents in a way that I can be open to them and tell them, you know, my own worries, my own things that I'm going through, you know, especially things like this. So this is why I said at the beginning of the video that, please, as parents, we should be very close to our kids, because really it's like a life lesson to me. I've learned, and I'm applying this to my kids, you know, anytime, any day, anywhere, okay? Because I have learned a lot in my own life, okay? I've learned a lot. Okay, so fast forward to that time, it was a second term of the school here. So and the term was almost getting to an end, so it was almost left like with, you know, a month for the school year to get to an second term to get to an end, okay? So I was so happy. I said, okay, no problem. When the term gets finished and we all go home for the break, and when we come back, this man must have forgotten about this, and then, you know, I will move on with my life in school, you know, and never tell anyone this, and this will never, no one will ever know about this, okay? That was what I was thinking, you know. And he did not, you know, cease from doing what he was doing. He will come to class, you know, as he promised, and take me out of class, you know, every time. Just send me out of class. I would just go out hanging somewhere around the school, you know, hiding, being so scared okay, of this man. So, and then finally the school term got to an end, you know. We had a break. It was the second time we had a break. So I went home. I was so relieved. I was so glad, guys. I said, finally, I'm away from this man and he will never get me, okay? So this is the end. I went back to my normal self. I used to be this kind of, you know, happy girl, you know, happy girl, jovial, not thinking about anything. That was me. And I just went back to that mode, you know. This man came again after 1 week and he was like, you think I've forgotten about what you did? You think I've forgotten? So, and then what happened? That day when he said that to me, he did not do anything to me. He just gave me a highlight. So like, for me to know that he has not forgotten what he, you know, what he told me he was going to do, that he was going to make life a living hell out of me in that school. So he left, he went back to his office, and I was like, oh my God, not again. I couldn't, guys, see, I couldn't just tell anyone. I was so scared. I was so scared. I did not even know how to start. I did not even know who to go to, even who to explain this to, who to tell, and how will I even tell this story to anyone. So around that same week, okay, we went out, maybe, yeah, it was a Friday. So schools, no, sorry, it was a Saturday, so there is no school on Saturday. So we went to town. When I say went to town, it's like we were staying in, you know, it's like me living where I'm staying now to go maybe to the mall or something. So we went out, you know, to get one or two things, a few things, and it was around maybe like 5 p.m. So by the time we finished getting those things, you know, and coming back, it was a little bit late. It was maybe around 7 p.m., 7:30, like this, and places were already like covered, you know. So the bus that we entered, because I was with my my junior sister and with a neighbor, that is, we were three of us. So I never knew this man was sitting the same bus that we took that day. He was sitting behind that bus. So when we came in, he saw me and he kept quiet. So he was supposed to get down. He was supposed to alight of that bus before us. So where I was sitting is like a passage that he will come and pass before, you know, going out. So when he came out, he tapped me like this and he made to me like this, you know. I was like, oh my goodness, how did this happen? How did this happen? I went home that day. I was so lost. I was not talking. I just sat quiet and like, I don't know what to do. I started thinking. I said, no, I'm not going to go to school again. I'll just tell my parents I'm not going to school again. And then again, at one point, my dad, oh my God, he will kill me if I should say I'm not going to school. He will kill me. So I said, no, Odette, I have to come out with something. I need this man to stop, and I don't want to go to school, and this man keeps harassing me all the time. So I said, okay. I told myself, Odette, this is what is going to happen. You will go to school, but you will not go to class. Now, you see what can happen? You see what can happen? I was so scared. This is what happened to me. I keep going to school, and I was not going to class. And some of my classmates, they started noticing that, why Odette is always coming to school, but she's not going inside. She's not entering the class. What's happening? Because I was so scared of this man, and I couldn't explain myself to anyone. And this was something so simple. So he just came, he checked, he saw me there. I was sitting there in class, And then he called the geography teacher and he said something to the teacher. I was like, oh my God, Odette, you're finished. You're finished today. You're finished. You're finished. So I just sat there. I was waiting for this geography teacher maybe to come and tell me to go out or something. Okay. And this man just came. This geography teacher came. He was a very nice man. And he told me, Odette, once you're done with your test, when you finish, you can go and meet this man in his office. You know, I don't want to call his name. He said, you can go and meet this man in his office. And I don't know, he's saying something, you have a punishment that you have not finished. So I just asked him to give you time to finish your test, and then you go and continue with your punishment. I was like, thank you, sir. I said in my mind, oh my God, you know, I could not concentrate again. I could not even understand the questions that were left. So I just had to stay in that class and pretend as if I was still writing. I was just like thinking all the whole time, what is my life going to turn out from here? You know, how am I going to end like this? And I just keep telling myself, oh, that is okay. After this school here, you're not going to come back to this school. No matter what, I'm going to tell my parents that I'm not coming back to this school without no reason. So that is what I just told myself when I was sitting there, okay? So I'm just sticking my eyelashes now. I'm done with my eye makeup, as you can see. Okay, I'm just going to use this foundation. It's like a Mousse matte foundation from Maybelline. I actually like this because, you know, it's matte. Keeps like, so I said no, I'm not going to go back to that school. I will go to an evening school. If you people don't want me to go to an evening school, then I will not go to school. So when I used this word, I will not go to school, my dad became so scared and he was like, okay, if that is it, let her go to where she wants to go. But he was not 100% happy. You know, my mom also was not happy, you know. They were not actually glad with my decision, but it was my decision, and I was the only one who knew, who knows why, who knew why I took that decision. So I said, okay, no problem. I will just go to my school by myself. My dad paid for that school fees, and he was not just happy. When he paid that school fees, he said to me, I'm just paying the school fees because I don't want people to say tomorrow that I did not send you to school. Okay, I've tried my best. Since you want to be a stubborn kid, you have proven to be a stubborn kid. Okay, I will just let you do what you want to do. Okay, and that was it. So I went to that school, and when I was, so guys, going to that school, you know, I had promised myself that no matter how hard it's going to be, I will make it. Going to that evening school was tough because, you know, I have gone all through my life day school from, you know, from 1 to lower 6. I have never been to an evening school, and that was my first time. And the first year, like in upper 6, I was writing my advanced level exams. So I promised myself that no matter how hard this is going to be, I'm going to make it, and I will come out of here a success. So at the end, I was so glad because when I wrote my exams, you know, my advanced level, I came out of there with, you know, I had my advanced level. Okay, and at the end of the day, my dad was so happy with me, you know. He was so amazed, like he was so amazed, and he became proud of me. Like, maybe I was not the only one going through this in that school. Maybe there were other ladies who were just going through this, and also just like sat quiet and never said a word. I used to just sit and think of it, and like, it is so tough, you know. It is so. I wish I had someone who had told me this, like, you know, to always come and say something, like when I don't feel comfortable around someone, or when I feel like something is wrong or something is not right, I should be able to speak up. I wish someone had told me this, you know, when I was growing up. But it's okay. What happened had happened, and I'm glad it did not turn out to, you know, to something else, like, you know, maybe a rape case or something. So all the young girls now going to school, if you feel like, even if your teacher in class or someone around school is harassing you and you're not really feeling comfortable with the idea this person is bringing up, please alert someone. Tell your parents, tell a guidance counselor, tell maybe a classmate. You don't know, maybe this classmate can be a bold one, you know. It can be a bold classmate that can, you know, can speak up for you. You never know. So guys, thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this story. And like I said, speak up, say something, you know. If you don't feel comfortable around someone or what they are, you know, telling you, say something, please. So, and this will be the end of this video, and also this was the end of my makeup. I hope you like it, and tell me what you would like to see more of me. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, please.